Okay, we are live.
Okay.
So the good thing is, people can hear me very well as well.
Obviously, that's a good thing, isn't it?
It is. Actually, someone requested it.
What's her name, Ella? Or Michelle?
No, it's someone on YouTube. Probably because I talk too much. So they thought maybe we could probably hear what she has to say. Oh, sorry, I've got your mouse over there.
Yeah.
I'm now just trying to load up Facebook.
Yeah, okay.
The
I'll wait until
Wi-Fi's.
you've done that because I'm going to make sure it's actually gone live properly. Because it's only showing me as... Oh, here we go. It's on live now.
I'm getting somewhere. Obviously, everything's just slowed down.
Hi, Shelley.
Now.
Blimey. Didn't recognise you there, Shelley. Change of surname. Hi, Sheila.
Okay.
We good?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And now the sun's come out.
Afternoon, folks. So this isn't Halloween yet. I'm not wearing a scary mask.
Oh, whether you were going with that.
We just have a better camera, so it's in higher definition. So I apologise.
Don't need your mouse.
You don't need the mouse. Okay. How can you do it on there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry about that. Hi, Margaret. So we've been trying to get this blinking camera to work for the last couple of hours, and about 5 minutes ago it was like, oh, hello, it's working. We've also had massive internet issues in the past couple of days. So if it goes down in the next 35-40 minutes, just crack on. If you're following along, is the recipe in the recipe library?
It is, yes.
Right, okay. So
I'm going to try to move this cable as little as possible.
yeah, I guess I really don't touch that. There's a very sensitive cable attaching the camera to the laptop. Anyway, hopefully, fingers crossed, we will get all the way through this without any issues. You good?
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay, stop moving things. So come and say hello if you're watching either on Facebook or YouTube. We're going to make the pastry first. It's actually a really straightforward dish, this, obviously, because it's one of mine. Hang on, I can't see any of the comments. Hi, Emily. Hi, Susan and Kathy. How you doing? Hello, Linda. How you doing? Really simple, straightforward recipe. The pastry is my favourite pastry to make and eat. It's the most authentic pastry. Yet, I haven't made this since last Christmas. This was the last time we did it because it's in the Christmas book. And I haven't made it since. Hence the reason why it's on the meal plan for this week, because we went, what have we not had for ages? And we very rarely look in this book. In fact, we've had nut roast more often than salmon Wellington. How weird is that? Hi, Bonnie.
I will be making the marzipan biscuits soon, though, for a video.
In fact, is the gala pie in here, or is that not in this one? Oh, okay. Okay. OMG. Okay. See what else is in here. I looked at this for ages. That's Matt. Yeah. Matt, the chocolate man. Bear with me a second because I've got a man with some chocolates who wants to talk to me. Hello, Matt.
Hello. I should be about ready for you to come and pick up in about half an hour.
Right. I'm just on a live. I've just stopped the live while we have a chat. I'll come up as soon as I'm done. So, 45 minutes? Yeah. Right. Right. Okay. No worries. All right. Cheers. Bye. That's Matt. He makes chocolate.
I wonder whether the new HD mic did they manage to pick up on what Matt was saying.
Yeah. More news on that soon. Right, let's crack on then so I don't end up wasting time. Yeah, see, Emily's right with me. It's chocolate. Stop everything. All right, so the pastry. Amanda, ground almonds, coconut flour, little bit of xanthan gum, and butter. You want your butter cold. Hang on. It's been a while since I've made this one.
I've just got a video.
Oh, the egg. I knew there was a liquid.
It's an egg. Goes in at the end.
Right, hang on. Let's get this the right way around.
Jim's back with good news.
Hi, Jim. I'll be with you in 2 seconds. Let me just read my instructions because first pastry, food processor, ground almonds, parmesan, xanthan gum. Right, okay, yes. So, ground almonds. We don't tend to buy ground almonds from the supermarket. We tend to get it from Buy Whole Foods online. It's cheaper. They don't go off. You might as well. By the way, we're not sponsored by them. We just buy from them. So where are we? How much of this? 100 grams of ground almonds. Now, have we tried this recipe with any other nut or seed?
Yep, I've done it with pecans when I made the sweet
Right,
version.
so sweet version, you swap it for another nut. Have we ever tried it with a seed?
I bet you could use sunflower.
Yeah.
But obviously, sunflowers, pumpkin seeds are higher in carbs.
Okay. And it might have a different colour as well.
Yeah, we're just a bit grayer.
Yeah, it'd be grayer. I mean, you would. This is quite a clean-looking
You
pastry.
could probably mix linseed and sunflower together.
I was thinking linseed,
Too much
actually.
linseed would make it a bit
Yeah. Okay, so parmesan, 25 grams of parmesan, I think that is.
Mhm.
Just need to quickly grate it. A tiny bit too much. I'll stick to the recipe. Right, sorry, can you read me what Jim said? Because the camera's in the way of the comment, and the other camera's in the way of that comment.
Because the comment was in the way of the thing. But Jim said, just got my most recent blood results back today. HbA1c down from 5.9, down to 5.9 from 6.4 last time, down from a high of 13.8.
Wow.
Thanks to the keto lifestyle and you guys. Also dropped 5 stone.
Wow, amazing. Jim, do me a favour, message me directly, please, so I can have a chat with you at some point soon. I have something that you can do for us.
So mark at ketofitnessclub.com.
If you don't mind, because I won't be able to get you on YouTube. So if you don't mind, email me, please. All right, so parmesan. Now, when I was looking at this recipe, and I said, you can change it for another cheese. I don't like changing parmesan in this one. I think it needs the parmesan. I think normal cheese just doesn't do the same. I don't like people messing about with my recipes, Ella.
When was the last time you stuck to a recipe? You're going to do something different today. Actually, you are, because making a different thing for Louis and a different thing for me.
Now, I'm using a bit of xanthan gum here. It's just a little touch. I'm just not going to get another spoon out. No need. Right, so that's all that's in there to start with. Yes, so that's all that's in there. We're now going to add the butter, little bits at a time. Now it's a little bit, I'm not say tricky with this, but it's a bit faffy because we've got to take the lid off and put the lid back on. But let's just give it a quick. All right. Easy. How much butter in total? Is it 50 grams? Yeah, 50 grams of cold butter. About half of that. So I popped this in the freezer about half an hour ago, just to make it super cold. 44. And you want to cut it. You want to cut it into small chunks. Oh, actually, it's going to be that one as well. you want to cut it into small chunks. You want it to be able to blitz, but not melted. Handle it as little as possible.
It's like croissant pastry.
Yeah, you just don't want to. You don't want to get the pastry warm because it's. I have tried this with lard as well, by the way, folks. It works. I did that for one of the. I can't remember what we wrapped in the pastry.
Garlic
But,
pie.
was it? Oh yeah, of course it was, wasn't it? I did 2 versions of garlic pie. There was not much in it. I think the garlic pie one did work out a little bit paler, didn't it? Wasn't quite as golden, but the pastry still worked fabulous. So drop a little bit of pastry in it. Sorry, a bit of butter in it. No more than half. You want to pulse it. You just want to break it up. You don't want to puree it. Over pulse it, you're just going to make a big sticky mess. And it's going to be quite hard to roll out. So I say, it's a tiny bit faffy, this pastry, but it's well worth it. You can see it's still breadcrumbs. There's little chunks of butter in there. Okay? There you go. To the camera.
Not that I need to now.
She's a happy girl. She's got a second camera. I'm talking to you on
Canon EOS M50
No.
Mark II. Oh, that's Jarvis that I'm using, and you're talking to Monday. Oh,
So-
Friday. Sorry.
So I'm talking to Friday. I know it is Friday, but everything in the house has a name, and the camera is Friday. Even the children have a name. Chimp 1 and Chimp 2.
Friday, I'm roadie.
Oh yeah, I'm actually talking to you via roadie.
Oh, it's going to get well confusing.
It gets confusing for me sometimes. Right, okay, so we've blitzed it. Again, you want to keep it light on that blitzing. Don't overdo it. Blitz. Make sure we know breadcrumbs. There you go. Resembles breadcrumbs. Add the egg, blitz again, and then we're going to add the coconut flour. So again, this is a quick blitz. Anyway, how are we all doing? Tiny bit. Stop. Got stuff there. Perfect. All right. So, use that. I'm going to take.
I do apologise for the new mic. That was really
Yeah,
loud.
apologies. Right, so you can see now there's like a doughy paste in there. Okay, again, try not to handle it. Put it into a clean bowl. Yeah, let us know how the let us know how. Hang on, one of my recipes.
It's one of yours.
It's one of my recipes, Cooper. How dare you? Let us know what you think to the sound quality because we're using a new mic. So if there are problems, then let us know because we can't listen to it this end. 20 grams of coconut flour.
This is me just being nerdy now, but I can tell the difference in the frame rate.
Right.
It's so fast.
Well, didn't want all of that. Thankfully, I caught it.
Oh, well, yeah.
What's that?
The audio is fabulous.
The audio is fab. Thanks, Emily. There you go. Right. 20 grams of coconut flour. Just in there. We're just going to mix it in. Lightly. So I'm just lightly squeezing between my fingers, not squishing it. I just want to get all of that coconut flour combined into the pastry. And I say this is the most authentic pastry, as in the way it looks, the way it feels, or the way it cooks. It's rainy. However, notice how Archie's. I've just given the dogs a couple of marrow bones with peanut butter in it to keep them quiet while we were doing this. So it had just started to rain as I shoved them outside. That door's open. RG has finished his bone, finished his peanut butter rapidly, and he's now come in. He's on his bed. Or Coco stole it off him.
Back tails down.
So she stayed out while the rain's getting a little bit heavier because she's a peanut. Here we go.
Told you.
What? Ask me what I made.
No, Lisa.
Oh, sorry, Lisa. It's very clear. Ella's voice, which sometimes doesn't reach. Excellent.
People want
Right, there we go. So you've got a rather smooth. Now it is delicate. Okay, this pastry is delicate. It will not handle rough handling, if you know what I mean. Not like a standard pastry. I suppose I should do the spinach while this is while I'm going to roll this out. Coco, move from there. Well, what else are we getting from Amazon? Move from there. Right, I'm just going to wilt down some salmon. Sorry, wrong. You don't wilt salmon. I'm going to wilt down some spinach. It's been a long week.
Michelle wanted to ask you, or ask her what she made.
Oh, it'll be pumpkin something. Go on then, Cooper. What have you made? I'm not going to wilt too much of this down because we're only going to put a little bit in each of the parcels. Michelle, you spelled chicken wrong. Anyway, the pastry. We're going to divide this into 4 small portions. 4 portions. They're just 4 portions. They're not small. They're just 4 portions. Again, handle it as little as possible. I was looking for the keys for the refrigerator.
So we could go to the shop.
Right, so I've made 4. I've not weighed them out. There's no need.
Lisa's got a sensible question.
Lisa's excellent. Thank you, Lisa. Do you want to read it out because I'm just trying to focus on this?
Yeah, so she's basically just asking when the next kick is. So I'm just popping in a link.
Okay. So the next kick live session this is a great live video. This is a great live when we disappear. We are back. Hello, folks. Sorry, Lisa, the next live kick session, as in the kick workshop, will be in, I think, a 3 weeks' time, or it'll be 3 weeks' time, won't it? We do a monthly cycle within the group. So kick was last Wednesday. Then we do an open Q&A session the following Wednesday. Next Wednesday, I do what we call Kick 2. So it's a bit more, I suppose, involved or a little bit more, let's find, because initially when people join the Kick session, they just want to know the basic information. Once we get to the Kick 2 and you've been doing it for a few weeks, there might be some questions that you want to sort of find out about, or it's the usual things. It's things like, why am I not eating as much? How important is eating fruit? Usual worries, because it's the same stuff that we've all been told for years and years. So, right. It's not perfect, but I'm going to make a parcel from that. So I'm just going to leave that as alone. again, you don't want to handle these things until you're ready. So don't try and take it off the paper. Right, bit of spinach. I need to get a spatula before I burn it. So, Lisa, just to quickly go back to so I don't forget my train of thought. As a member, if you ever want to join as a member, you can actually watch the kick session back at any time. So it's recorded. Might need to look at that. I need a little bit more in there.
It always happens.
Yeah, you can always join and you can re-watch the previous kick session. And if you remember, the kick sessions are free to attend to. So you could come and watch the next one if you want to take part in the next one. All the sessions that we do in the group, they're all free for members to join in on. Just giving that a bit of water because it was getting a bit dry. So last night we had a session just talked about meal planning, the importance of meal planning. Why bother? Why bother? Even when you're not hungry, why bother? Well, you need to know what you're going to eat just in case you are hungry. Because if you don't plan it, and we were talking about this last night. It was even admitting that it's very adult to do this, but that's how we're successful. I think we've just run out of greaseproof.
It's
Sorry.
Yeah, there's some hanging around.
Got some bits. Right. Okay.
There's a good audio. I can even hear the rain loud and clearly.
I think that's my spinach burning, Emma.
And Michelle's trying to promote herself again.
I mean, we just humour her really, but as part of the membership, you get to go to one of Michelle's comedy sessions. Most weeks it's a Saturday morning, sets you up for the weekend, give a bit of a giggle. You trash your kitchen. She calls it cooking. What? Quality sessions. Yes, make a quality session with Cooper. All right. Sorry, just a tip of when you are rolling these out. Don't try and go too thin. And don't do it for too long without taking the paper off. In fact, what you're better doing now is to take the top layer off, is flip it over and take the next one off. Because if you then put the food, like we're going to put the salmon in there in a few minutes, and you don't get the greaseproof off, you'll spend quite a long time repairing the pastry. So it will peel off, just a little bit of patience, just a little bit of patience. Ease it off all the way around.
Which sounds like all I can hear is the crumbly.
Yeah, no, I was aware of
silicone. Do you know the silicone mats use?
There we go. So I'll leave it as just making the two for now. In fact, it's only me and Ella actually having the salmon fillets tonight. I was going to do Louis a beef one, but I'll do that off camera because that might be a bit messier. Right. I suppose I can leave that there. So this my son have been put aside. Yeah, exactly, Lisa. It is about that sort of whole. Again, I know people sort of start because thinking maybe I can lose some weight, but that the additional benefits to health to speak for themselves. We see people coming off their medication on a regular basis. Improved blood pressure, improved cholesterol levels, improved blood sugars. There's all sorts of benefits. Right. I'm going to do this a couple of days. We're back. We're coming back anyway.
I can hear you.
You can hear us? Oh, okay. All right. Right. Step away from the laptop.
I didn't touch anything.
Step away from the laptop. As I was saying.
Film hands on the rest of the thing.
Oh, hang on. I don't recommend coming with me. Christina, you are to blame for the 90-minute challenge. Don't try and lay that on anyone else. You. Just because you don't know how to use hashtags. Recipe normally says add the mascarpone to the spinach. I'm doing one with, one without because Ella doesn't want mascarpone in hers. So that's, it's just easily done. Just do what I'm doing here. This is how you change the macros and the level of fat in different dishes. This is mine. So it's got that additional layer of fat in there. I'm quite comfortable and happy with that. It won't make me feel ill. Whereas if Ella has too much fat, she feels just uncomfortable. So I'm actually going to skin this.
I didn't realise it still had skin on it.
Yeah, the fillets have still skin on them.
Michelle's taking the mick out of you.
Oh God, it's not paying any attention to Cooper. Don't have to take the skin off. Again, personal choice. But when it's wrapped in pastry, I'm not a massive fan of it. I don't know whether it is. Was a little bit weird this morning. We didn't have internet. We had no internet service, and we're pretty lucky we've got it at the moment. So I had to miss out on the hit session this morning. Yeah, that was that one.
Michelle says, if you know me so well, how would you make my salmon portion then?
Oh, make yours?
There's a pumpkin in it somewhere.
Well, actually, I wouldn't because it's too good for you.
It's right up there with steak.
Yeah, it's right up there with steak. Fresh salmon. So again, if you've already eased the pastry off the paper first time round, you'll find this bit a little bit easier. Now only just rolled it out wide enough. May need to do a little bit of patchwork, but that's fine. Yeah, it's a bit thicker at this end. But this pastry does.
So that's what you talk about, isn't it? You patchwork.
Yeah, you sort of patchwork it. Just, again, treat it sort of gently. Like that. And actually, if you want to cheat, you want to make it look presentable. Ta-da!
Turn it over.
There we go. I'm going to roll it. It does say in the book to roll it in the paper just to start the cooking process because it will help seal the pastry. So I'm just going to roll it. You better unroll it. once you've baked it for a few minutes. Right, I'll do yours, and then and then I need to go and see a man about chocolate. I can't see any comments because you are stood in the way.
Sorry, Emily says, oh, hang on. Would it be best to chill the dough after rolling it out before you were sent
Yes.
to Wellington?
It would, absolutely. Right, so mine's got the mascarpone in. Ella wanted me to use. See, this one's gone wider. I mean, I didn't measure the pastry out, so this one's. You can see it's going to be less of a problem for me
Did
to.
you use the dill at all?
Oh, I didn't. Right, I'll put dill in yours then.
I just wondered because it was out. It
Yes, I
smells
know.
great.
Yes, yes. I've got some fresh dill just to do this. Just for this dish. We have got more salmon in the fridge now as well. Right, so Ella didn't want the cream, the mascarpone, so I'm going to use a little bit of. There's a homemade tomato sauce here, so she just wanted a little bit of sauce in there. So don't go overboard. Again, just a little bit of sauce in there. Right, and the same as.
So Lisa says, with the flavour, which out of the ones you're doing is not an over-strong salmon taste, not a fan of, but enjoyed Ella's tandoori salmon immensely. You'd probably benefit, instead of like the dill herb, you'd probably benefit with a bit of spice in there then.
Yeah, I was going to say, you probably didn't notice the salmon as much with the spice because the tandoori is quite a strong flavour. So I would go with another strong spice.
You could always do the tandoori salmon wrapped in the pastry.
Yeah, you could
Why
could
not?
tandoori your salmon first. There's nothing wrong with a salmon tikka. So make the tikka masala.
No, tikka, not masala.
Sorry, what was that?
Not the masala.
Not the masala.
I
Why?
suppose you could use the masala sauce in there, couldn't you?
That's what I mean.
So,
Oh right, sorry, yeah. So the,
salmon tikka. And
yeah,
you put a bit of
salmon
masala
tikka. Yeah,
sauce.
yeah. Beg your pardon. Yeah. Yeah, so it would definitely have benefited from the chilling process, Emily. So there you go. It has rolled into there. I'm just going to, again, once it starts baking, it will just firm up and you will be able to unroll the pastry. There we go. What now? What? What do you want, Cooper? Leave me alone. I'm going to do the same for Louis, but I'm going to use beef inside his. So I'll roll that one out. This is a total trial, okay? So talk about living on the edge, trying to distract you on Friday, possibly in the car now. For God, imagine being trapped in the car with you for 6 hours. Poor Peter. Oh, was it Peter that was with you, or was it was? Yeah. Blimey. Definitely need greaseproof. And a little bit of coconut flour. There it is. After 6 hours, I'm sure that funny streak you had has run out. Actually, it run out by the time you got to the end of your drive.
Imagine people tuning in and you're just.
I know. No. Funny enough, when me and Michelle work together, we're very pleasant to each other.
It's just when it comes to a competition as to who baked the best bread.
Yeah. Except when she puts knives in a sink. Then my professional chef head appears. There may have been a few choice words. I'm not using a lot of this meat. Yes, except when I'm telling you off. That's exactly what I mean, Cooper. What should we spice this with? So I am going to put this. I'm going to put a little bit of spinach. I'm going to put some of the beef on top, and I'm going to put mascarpone in there. So what blend should I put in there?
Barbecue.
Because he can make burgers out of this. So this is for Louis. And he can make burgers out of this during the weekend.
We've got plenty of barbecue season.
Yeah, okay. What is she on about? All I want is one of her. We're not getting either.
All I heard was, don't put knives in the sink.
It was slow motion though. She put her hand in the sink. She put it in the sink, and then she was the one that cut herself. So I'm shouting at the person who did everything. She cut herself because she put the knife in the sink. So, but it was all slow motion. I was like, I could see it happening, but I just couldn't prevent it from happening.
Or a part of your brain just like, let's
Just let her get on with it. Just let her get on with it. Right. This is a basic mix for burgers. If you want, this is just minced beef. It was just on offer in Sainsbury's when I popped over earlier, and I've just whacked in some of the barbecue blend. We often do this, but use the coffee and cardamom blend. That's stunning in burgers.
I didn't think about that. That would have gone nicely.
It probably would have gone actually, wouldn't it? But anyway, he's got barbecue now. He won't mind. Anyway, guess what I'm making in my class? Oh, I don't know. I'm taking a day off. I don't need to know. What are you making in your class then? Come on. You can tell she's excited.
You can tell she's bored.
Well, okay. Yeah, true. You could, yes, bit of onion in if you wanted to. Louis won't care. You want a bit of shallot. Ah, okay. Okay, oh, pumpkin chips. Oh, Jesus. Yes, see, I've never tried that. Oh, no, she brought some of the sauce up with her, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is random. I totally get it. But
Louis not going to complain, is it?
Louis is definitely not going to complain having a barbecue beef kebab inside pastry with a little bit of, I was going to put, ketchup or mascarpone.
He likes the ketchup.
He likes the ketchup.
He prefers cream cheese over mascarpone.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's going to be a close one.
Actually, not as close as you think. It's almost like a little pasty.
Yeah. You just need a bit more on the ends, really.
Yeah, guess it'll fit Emma. Look, it fitted.
Just ignore the ends.
Oh, they'll seal when they cook. Right. The next comedy class is tomorrow morning. I take it she is on tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's she doing then?
That's what she said.
That's.
Wait a minute.
Oh, I thought that was next week.
I think so. Actually, maybe it is. I don't know.
That looks like a lovely fancy. It does, Jim, doesn't it? It's a beef sausage in a pastry roll.
So baking wise, what are you doing?
I'm going to turn the oven on.
Like I'm in the actual oven.
Ninja grill needs putting out. Foodie. They'll go in the foodie on the. I'll put them in one. There you go. She was talking about next week. Pumpkin soup tomorrow, apparently. So yeah, I'll put them in the foodie. This little dish fits in perfectly with the cradle. Right. What would you reckon? 180?
Well, what's the book say?
I don't know. I forgot there was a recipe that I was following, which I didn't. So, in fact, where is the book? There it is. $180, 20, 25 minutes. That sounds about right to me. Whoever wrote that obviously knew what they were doing.
Is that 2025 with the page with the paper and then another?
Well, no, I'll probably stop it about 15 minutes in, and then take the paper off and let it finish off it because it'll firm up, but it won't go golden in the paper. Obviously, made cauliflower and cheese soup last night. Fantastic. Have you got 2 of those ninja grabby things?
Read the tong things. They're in a box somewhere when we redid the kitchen. I saw them. I don't know where they're from.
For what? To pick up the dishes? It never was for the ninja. It was from the
Halogen.
from the halogen. So and they don't work particularly well if there's much weight in the dish. Those slings are way better. So at least I'll be able to lift it out safely. And they're not. They get a bit hot, but they cool down rapidly. Right. Thanks for the experiment of who's put the wow face up. I like a wow.
Just go and get the chocolate.
I know, yeah. Just so thanks for being part of this experiment. None of this was real today. We were just experimenting with camera footage. We might eat the salmon later on. Members, see you this evening. Accountability, recognition. I know there's been a few good stories this week, good results this week. And
I'm back on Sunday making Florentines.
Right, okay. What time are you doing that?
4.
4 p.m. Okay. So 4 p.m. you got Ella making Florentines. We shall see you all later. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening.